What it do, man? AD, Alex Davis. You see the individual on the screen. Primo, what it do, big dog? Yeah.
Yo, what it do? What it do? Primo live in effect.
Hey, man, first I want to say I appreciate your time, your presence, so thank you. Um, I've heard a lot about you, man. Shout out to Hef.
Shout
Um,
out Big Half.
Shout out to Big Hef. Shout out to Big Hef. First and foremost, before the thing at the front of the head is the record, "Addicted." And that's featuring Chill Will, right?
Yeah, Audio God. Yeah, Audio God. Chill Will.
I like it. No, for sure. I like the hook on that. I like the raps on that. Just listen to it. We're gonna get it in rotation as soon as this conversation is over. But for those that haven't heard it yet, or that listen to it, sometimes you hear records and you just vibe out to them, right? You just kind of in the mood. You're not necessarily taking everything in. How would you describe the record? What's the overall context of the record?
The overall concept, you know, ideally it's like we all addicted to something, you feel me? So, I mean, right now I'm addicted to the game. I'm addicted to this music. You know what I mean? I'm addicted to the life. You know what I mean? I'm addicted to that energy. So I feel like that gem gonna allow you to tap into that feeling, be wherever you tap into, that gem gonna be your window to that.
I like that. I like that. I like that. So you're from Pittsburgh, correct?
Yeah, 412. You
There
already
it is.
know.
I didn't hear anything that because sometimes cities have a certain sound, right? I didn't hear anything that like which I think is can help a lot of individuals not knowing where they're from, not tying them down to a like particular sound. But was I didn't hear anything that necessarily tied me to a Pittsburgh sound, right? I heard it. I just heard it. Just a Primo sound, if you will.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And I'm just getting hip to Primo right now. But do you have Pittsburgh sounding records? Is there a Pittsburgh sound? Would you say being from the Burgh?
I mean, when I was coming up, I always thought Pittsburgh sound was kind of like slow,
Okay.
like I ain't trying to rap too fast. You can hear me all clearly. And you can
Okay.
hear some of that Pittsburgh accent in the lyrics.
Right.
But I mean, that was back in the day. I mean, I was a little bit later though. So the way I hear it now, man, people just kind of make music like everyone else.
I'm
You
with
know,
that.
well, how it be. Was ever
No,
popping on the internet?
for sure. No, I can hear the Pittsburgh in like Hardo's music, like in his vernacular. I definitely hear like the Pittsburgh or like you hear the Pittsburgh and Wiz. I feel like there's certain pronunciations, but being from Pittsburgh, I gotta ask you, man, do you put fries on salad?
No, I don't like that. B. That's something from the Pr3mo sandwiches, man. That's some white folk thing right there, man.
What the fries on the salad?
The fries on the salad. I thought you meant on Pr3mo sandwiches.
No, no, I
The
mean on the
little,
like on a salad like green, like
uh,
it's a lot of like yeah, the fries on
yeah,
the
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's
you,
that's all right. I ain't gonna lie. If you do it right, that'd be fair
okay,
with the
all right.
salad.
That's
Yeah.
real. No, that was I got hip a long time ago. I'm like, yo, fries on a salad. What is this? And since I've never seen it, heard it anywhere outside of Pittsburgh for real.
Yeah, man, they be putting fries on sandwiches up in Pittsburgh, like whole little,
I'm
like
not mad
wherever
at the
sandwich you can
sandwich.
get
I
them.
think I would put fries on a sandwich before I put fries on a salad. If I'm being honest, maybe that's the half white side of me, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the opposite, man. I need. I'll take the fries off the sandwich and put them on the salad. Like, oh, y'all put them in the wrong place. Let me help
No, no,
y'all
I mean
out.
don't get me wrong. I like fries by themselves too, but like when I heard about it, I'm like, okay, okay, I could do that. I could do the fries on the sandwich before the salad though. But I dig either way. No, for sure. So I mean, you've had a lot of openings, a lot of shows. Perform with NBA YoungBoy in Florida, right, with Moneybag Yo. Do you have a concert or a show that is most memorable to you? Something that like maybe an event took place here, or something that was just like this stood out more than any other performance that you've had.
You know, when I did the NBA YoungBoy show, that was 10,000 people, so that was a big deal. Staring out into that crowd, seeing all those
Mm,
people like that. You
right,
feel me? And then, when I was in that Moneybag Yo show, what I mean, it was a lot of it was in Tampa Bay. A lot of big gay people have been there, like what I mean. A lot of people got money. You feel me? And it was like 5,000 people, and just all that money in the room. I mean, that energy hits you different. You feel me? But the show that hit me, I remember the most, is that like around June this summer. Ended up booking the show. It was my first show I ever did in Pittsburgh. I mostly go out of town with mine. But this show was different from the other shows that I did because I know this one cat named King Catfish. This is a band, a little rock and roll band with the
catfish,
guitars and drums and stuff. You feel
right?
me? He ended up throwing like a big party in his house. He set a stage up. He had all these bands coming on, each after another, like a hip hop little showcase. You feel me? But it was rock and roll. So he a big fan of my music. So he told me, can I come through and spit some raps at his little rock and roll event. So you know what I mean? And then he asked me, can I spit a rap on one of his rock and roll songs and perform that thing live at his party? So I was like, for sure. So, you know, must be all go on rock and roll songs. They got them little moments when they like the little guitar breakdown, a little solo, guitar solo, little riff. You feel me?
Right.
He asked me to rap in that little riff. So, you know what I mean? I had a little nice 16 and I rapped on this little speed rap, like real fast. And yeah, man, when we performed it, it was like a whole band. We had a violinist, Shorty played the violin, someone had the bass, drums, guitar, and man, when I spit my verse, all I remember is the crowd screaming. I heard like two girls like screaming. I'm like, yo, that's my first scream. You know what I mean? I don't know, but like, when you rap, you get a cell phone, you get a chair, you get a little head bot. Well, you already get too many to screams. You
That's
feel
real.
me?
No, the first scream. There you go.
The
Check it
first
out.
scream, B. It's like your first desk pop. You know what I mean? You gotta you know what I mean? It hits you different. You feel me?
Hey, no, I get you.
So,
I'm with it.
hey,
No,
I
it's
ain't
a
gonna
moment.
front.
Them little
That was my
moments.
most memorable performance.
Them little moments, like the little moments, are the big moments for real, if you think about it, right? Like, that's really what it be. So no, super dope, super dope. Who all is a part of Small Circle? Help me out for someone that's just getting hip to Primo and in the movement. Who's all in Small Circle? It's got to be
Well,
small.
I
I
mean,
see
you
a
know,
lot in here now for real.
hey, you already know, little Pete, small circle. You feel me? Like I'm a top artist, Primo, and you know, CEO, all that good stuff at the top. And they got my homie Audio God Chill Will. You feel me? He's definitely a small circle. He's been there since the beginning. You know what I mean? Because we started this small circle thing about two and a half years ago,
Okay.
and he was there for the early records, and he's still here for the records that's out now. So then we got my other peoples, you know what I mean? We got the producer, Diego Paco, you feel me? He produced a lot of the early records. We got my homie Ant. He's the white boy that's on the hook of the song Addicted.
Okay.
But right now, man, you know, Small Circle, I look at it as more of a affiliates, you feel me? Like, you know how like it's like the way I look at it, let's say if I pro shoot and I'd be like, yo, I see you got your thing going on, you got your squad, you got your brand, you doing your thing, man. And we doing our thing over a small circle and we got a way of doing things. I'd be letting them know I'm Primo. So I'm an artist. So you got Primo, you got small circle, you feel me? Like Primo's it's like my personal brand, but small circle is the brand, you feel me?
Okay.
So
Right.
I be telling them like, you know what I mean? I gotta live by the standards of small circle when I make a small circle music, but then I got my Primo music, which is
Okay.
just like, you know, do what I want to do. You feel me? And so I be telling people, man, we like affiliates. I want you to have your own thing. I want you to have your own crew. I want you to rap. You know what I mean? And while you rapping now, I want you to let people know, hey, you stand with small circle. You feel me?
Right.
Like, hey, you got a small circle. I got a small circle. You rock with the movement. So it would be like Primo small circle, Audio God small circle. You feel me?
I
And
like it.
we all locked in when it's kind of come together, man. We like the Avengers. Feel me? We
I
all
like it.
alphas.
I
You
like
feel
it.
me? When we all come together, we got squads. We G'd up. You feel me? And we all bosses in our own right. And
I
that's
like
to
it for
me.
sure.
That's how I see small circle from
Okay.
a bigger picture. You feel me?
I dig. No, I dig for sure. I dig for sure. So you said you've only been doing the small circle thing for what, 2.5 years. So have you been making music before that, um, or only this 2.5 year time frame with small circle?
I mean, I've been recording music for the last 2.5 years, but before that, it was just like anyone else. I'm just freestyling, you know. I
Okay.
put a beat on, freestyling over beats,
Right.
freestyling over my favorite song. Once in a while, I try to write something, but you know, I mean, I wasn't a good writer before I
Okay.
started recording music. So, you know, I mean, that's really what it was. I mean, I started rapping when I was like 12 years old, up in juvenile prison. Man, my boy Jay Dice taught me how to rap with a piece of paper and a topic word at the top of it.
Okay.
And it
Yeah.
all just kind of started from there. You feel me? And so it was just, you just love the rap. You know what I mean? You at a house party, at a college party,
Right.
and you know what I mean? It's popping, and you hear that dope song come on. I'm the dude be like, yo, start a random freestyle session right there in the middle of the party.
Right.
So we
Okay.
can get a little circle going.
Right.
Feel me? And that's my whole life. And then I started making music. I started recording it like 2.5 years ago, just because like, you know what I mean? When you grinding for this paper or trying to get up to the next level, all you do is work. So, you know what I mean? Music came as a hobby that, you know what I mean? Like, we all need something for ourselves when we out here working every day.
I like it. No, for sure. You got to get to it. You got to find a healthy vice or healthy vices and see what they turn into. So if it turns into a passion, then it is what it is. Go make that bag off of it for sure.
And that's what happened.
No, and that's how you know it's organic. You know, like there it is.
It
No,
is.
I like it. I like it. So where do you see Primo? Where do you see Small Circle going? 2, 5, 10 years from now? What's the goal with the music?
In 2 years, well, I see Pr3mo Small Circle. I see in 2 years, I see me at least having at least about 5, 10 viral videos. That's gonna put me on the road to mad opportunities. You feel me? Like opportunities, like more opportunity, like them NBA young boy opportunities, show big shows, big events. You feel me? And in 2 years, see myself well known, man, across the world. You feel me? Because that's what I want, man. I don't want to just be a club rapper. I don't want to be no city rapper. I ain't trying to be just some rapper for one country. Man, I want to see that small circle music everywhere. Feel me? India, all across the world. I want people asking me to do a show in China. I want people asking me to do a show in,
Global, right?
Ukraine. You feel me? I want people to. I want to go to London, walk down the street, and say, "Hey, I recognize that red hat. You Primo." That's what I want. You feel me? And more importantly, man, what I want is I want to be on that stage when you're like you know what I mean, like real famous. I'm trying to be like the Rock of music. You feel me?
I
Just
like
like
it.
everywhere. Feel me? Like the Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Like I'm on real level. You feel me?
Okay. Yeah.
Like
No, I'm
on
with it.
real
I'm with
level.
it. I think
That's how I see myself, D. I want to get to that road.
I think that should be the goal, right? If you got a sound, you want to push it, you want everybody to hear you. I mean, we look at like to me, Jay-Z is the, unarguable GOAT because he's just done so much um, musically and he's known worldwide, right? And if you're going to do it, you might as well do it to the best. I also understand though, I also see the currency side of things where you got to find your lane in the music. And so currency not necessarily trying to be known worldwide, but he's found his lane in his area where I'm gonna be the nicest over here. Um, and so I think you could find your lane also, and don't necessarily have to go for the global startup. But either way, whatever works for for you, then by all means go get to it. I'm with it.
You know, I hear what you're saying on that too. You had me think on that. What you just said about that. You know, man, when I first started making music, you know what I mean? Like one of my early goals was just like I get 100 people listen to one of my songs, that's a win. You feel
Right,
me?
for
And
sure.
one of my next early goals was, you feel me, when I was when I was trying to figure out my sound, you know what I mean, you can't help but to compare your music to sometimes to other people, maybe to that person who came to your studio session, you know
Right,
what I mean? He dropped a track and you're like for a minute, you might be comparing your verse to his and
right.
asking, you know what I mean? How does it work with all that? Me personally, man, I used to tell myself, I'd be like, yo, when it comes down to it, someone's gonna like your music. If
Yeah,
you record it good enough, if you mix it down good enough, there's gonna be someone out there that's gonna like it.
for sure.
That's point one. Point two, you feel me? When you feel like you want to compare yourself to other rappers, like, am I better than this person? Am I better than that person? I always remind myself, like, yo, you making small circle music, man. I don't even know how many people even making music like you. I wasn't even come close to it. I thought maybe J. Cole. I was like, J. Cole kind of make music like you feel me? And like, if you was to compare yourself to anyone, I can see yourself comparing yourself to J. Cole. Besides that, right now, what you're doing, no one's doing you, but you can't compare two things that's not the same. I
Right.
listen to the way they rap. Listen to the way this song sound to this song. They know exactly what they're doing. Me, I'm doing something totally different. Cause listen to this song, it's gonna sound different from this song. You hear about one rapping on this song, it's gonna sound different from one rapping on this song. But the message is really clear, man. I want world recognition because I'm making music for everyone. I'm making music at G standing on the corner in the trap. I'm making music for that kid playing video games, don't want to go out on the weekend. I'm making music for that person in the library studying for tomorrow. You feel me? And that's why I'm like, how can they deny that? You feel me?
I like
Like you got to be a lame to even not rock with my music. You feel
it.
me?
No, I
But
like
like
it. I
I'm
like
not
it.
even making music for. I'm making music for y'all. You feel me? It was for me. I be rapping about going up in the projects all the time and
Right.
dealing with these suckers, and I just want to take their heads off at the time. You feel me? It was my music. That's what I be rapping about all the time, like everyday thing. Primo's that real life music. So I'd be like, dog, like forget it, lane, man. Like you're gonna like my mind, you're resetting the market once people see what they're buying and taste what they're buying, then hey, it's like orange juice in the morning. Let the magic work, man.
Oh, come on, talk it. No, I like it. I like it. I like it. Who did Primo come up on when you were, when you were a youth, and who did you listen to?
You know what I mean? When I was coming up, I just like a lot of music from where I'm from, my little hood, the Hill District.
Okay.
So I'm from this neighborhood called the Hill District. It's a little hood with a bunch of projects on there in Pittsburgh, and like the Hill District, you know what I mean, got a lot of talent when it comes to mostly everything, but especially music. Like Wapo, he's from the Hill. You
Okay.
feel me? Or A Wapo, you feel me? And so I grew up listening to people like Scorching Hot. They had a big rap group in Pittsburgh. Rated R, they had a big rap group in Pittsburgh. And you know what I mean? I mentioned J. Cole. I mentioned Jay-Z. I mean, you mentioned Jay-Z, but I rock with Jay-Z. Listen to a lot of him. Listen to a lot of Nas. Listen to a lot of Gucci, man. You
Mm.
feel me? But me personally, I love my own music. I ain't gonna start. I tell everyone right now, B. When I started making music 2.5 years ago, man, I became my number one fan right there. When I heard my first
As you
track,
should be, right? Right.
I came my number one fan. I'm like, damn, I'm like, yo, man, I need this type of music. You feel me? Like, I love this. Like, even before I was recording, I used to record little freestyles on my cell phone and just listen to it. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Just like captivated by it. And mostly not even because what I'm rapping about, most of the time it's the way I sound, the way I deliver it. It's just like captivating. So always had that feeling since a youngin'. And now that I started recording it, it's like that feeling but amplified. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Now I hear myself, you know what I mean? I sound good just raw on a cell phone, but imagine how I can tell myself, well, now I hear how you sound when it's controlled.
When it's
You
all
know what I
me
mean?
and mixed and mastered, meshed together.
Mix
No.
and master. Dog, I was just in the studio last night, man. You should have saw me. I ain't even like, yeah, I ain't going. I'd be like third person impressed. I'd be like, you hear that verse I just dropped out? I'd be like, yo, I did that in 10 minutes. Ten
No, but
minutes.
that's real. You should be. I think you
Like,
should be your own biggest critic, but your own biggest supporter and fan also.
yeah,
So
truth.
no, I dig. I got one more. I got two more questions for you, Primo. One relates. I got a son. His name is Miles. He's gonna be 4 this month, and so I always ask this, and this pertains to any youth, but obviously I always think about him specifically. What is a piece of advice that you can offer, a young individual coming up in this world? What is a piece of, what is a word from Primo that would help guide them in the future, no matter what trials, tribulations, or roadblocks they may face in the future?
Well, first of all, listen to small circle music. I got a lot of answers in that.
There you
That's
go.
first. But on some even deeper level for the youngins, before I say anything, I want to say, man, when I make my music, I think about the youngins all the time. I think about the females that's going to listen to it all the time. So with that in mind, man, I want people to know that I wouldn't make no music and put it out respectably if I couldn't feel like my little 10-year-old niece couldn't listen to it, you know what I mean, or my 13-year-old nephew can listen to it without being influenced in the wrong way. You feel me? So I know when I put my music on, they listen to it. I ain't gonna feel the shame
Right.
about nothing that I rap about because I know you could be 38 or 12 years old and it's gonna connect. You feel me?
Right.
So all right. So for the youngest coming up, man, when it comes to friends, I would say always take care of the people that take care of you. You know what I mean? They're not always the people you get to choose and who you want to be your friend, but them was the ones that was made for you. So, you know what I mean? You look out for the kind gestures, you feel me? And that's who you want to surround yourself around when it comes to friends. And when it comes to people that's not your friends, definitely don't respect no one, I don't respect you because, if they disrespect you and you try to show that, you know what I mean, try to respect them while they disrespecting you, they'll never respect you, feel me? So, and, you know what I mean? And supporting to look them suckers in the eyes so they know where they stand at, you know what I mean, when they talk to you, feel me? And when it comes to your dreams, feel me? I would say without overthinking everything, just write down some goals, you feel me? Know that, you know what I mean, the hardest part is just starting the first one,
Mm.
you feel me? And hopefully once you get past the second one, it becomes a it becomes a routine to you. But until then, know that, you know what I mean? Most of the time when it comes to success in life, it's like ABCs. You need A and B to get to C. And once you realize that, you feel me, you realize how to get to Z at the end. You feel me? And the only thing I wanted to tell the youngins to watch out for when they trying to get to Z is that the higher you get, you know what I mean, you ain't gonna see it at first, but you're gonna get some choices that's gonna ask you how bad you really want it. And if you're able to stand tall to your goals and while you're doing you, and I promise, man, if you stand tall on that, the privileges, the opportunities, the praise, the tributes, all comes with it. You ain't gotta ask for something that comes with it. The girls, the money, all that success comes with just winning them little battles. You feel me? And the last but not least, it's not easy being green. You feel me? So when you out here on that green road trying to climb that diamond hill, know that, you know what I mean? If you're looking for easy, turn back around. But if you're looking for glory, man, take everything that comes with it. Pr3mo.
I like it. I like it, Pr3mo. No, I appreciate you. And then last but not least, for those that don't already follow you, where can they follow you at? Where can they find you at?
You know, for the social medias, we repping Small Circle Music. So follow Small Circle 412, one word, Small Circle 412. That's Instagram, SoundCloud, Snapchat, TikTok. And you're looking for my music on all the major platforms, just type in Pr3mo. That's Pr3mo with a 3, man. That's on all the major platforms. And if you don't want to go to nothing specific, just Google Pr3mo. Google Pr3mo Small Circle. A bunch of things will pop up. You feel me? And that's what we doing, man. And shout out to all the G's that show love, man. Shout out Big Hef. Shout out Grandma. Shout out everyone that helped me get here. Small Circle Music, baby. You know what it is.
I love it. I love it. Pr3mo, thank you for your time once again. I appreciate you, man. We're gonna get the record information momentarily, and anything else that we can do here, don't hesitate to reach out, man. Let's work. Let's
yeah, so before I go, can I drop a little 8 bars for your wave track?
Come on, run it, please. Yes, sir, run it.
Yeah, man. You know, and I'm gonna get your IG. I'm gonna get your number too and your IG at the end of this interview. We're gonna tap in work too, man.
Copy that.
Trying to build up. All right, I'm gonna do a little acapella, man. We good with cussing or not?
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
Yeah. I said, forget them lanes, real G's don't settle. Let's meet them where the flesh meet metal, where the glit don't shine and the words don't rhyme. Gotta get mad to meet the devil. I'm the life of the party. Ice and Bacardi, you the type to get naughty, trying to get body. I was blazing on Lottie, talking to Dottie. Product and Gucci, Versace, or money. You was eating that Chosen and new Jimmy Cho, shorty bringing up Vogue, while rolling up stoves, putting on paint or pedicure toes. Love a real nigga, got G's bounce O's. Ice on your wrist like your hand got froze. Keep pointing at me like a kid got chose. 10 stacks for one. Tell me where you got those. Gotta get mine. We're gonna be fine. Put the cameras out, show your wrists and pose. You're Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or Pisces. Know a couple G's in the hood just like me. Grew up on a hill where they scream young Ike. Say I'll be back until then, just write me. Sometimes I go back where the thoughts don't stack. Got new Yeezys, but the socks don't match. If you want fresh business, gotta start from scratch. Gotta get yours. I gotta get mine. Pr3mo right here, dog. We gonna be fine when that beat don't rap and that don't stat. Gotta hit it with that rhythm rap. Pr3mo!